As photographers, we all face a challenge. We want images that convey emotions, but we want to stay away from what's called the photographer's bias. So we pour our heart and soul into every image, each one holding a memory, an experience, and just a small part of us. And that emotional attachment makes it incredibly difficult to judge our work objectively. So the effort, the struggle, the time spent, it all makes letting go of an image so much harder. So here's the truth. Just because we worked hard on a photo doesn't mean it's a great photo. So holding on to weaker shots could actually be holding your photography back rather than progressing it forward. So it's time to shift our mindset and focus on impact over effort and story over sentimentality. By stepping back and seeking outside perspective and maybe thinking like a viewer, we can create even stronger images. And if you have struggled to capture a shot, whether it was hiking for hours up a mountain, waiting for the perfect light in a street scene, or just convincing someone to pose a certain way, you might overvalue your image. The effort behind the image, it doesn't necessarily translate into a compelling photo for your audience. The harder you worked for a photo, the more likely you are to believe it's great, even if that image is just okay. It's just okay. And this is the sunk cost fallacy, and that is where we irrationally cling to something because of past investment rather than its actual value. So in photography, this means keeping images we've spent hours on, even if the image is weak. And that is just to justify our time and effort spent. And recognizing this bias is key to making objective editing decisions. We as photographers remember the sounds, the smells, the emotions of the moment, but our viewer doesn't. So they only see what's in the frame, and our emotional connection can cloud our judgment, making it harder to assess an image purely on its own merits. Spending hours editing an image can make you feel like the image must be good, but excessive editing can sometimes be a sign that the original image wasn't strong enough to begin with. So when we have taken an image, it can be good to wait a day or two before we start evaluating our images. Distance helps bring clarity, allowing you to see strengths and weaknesses you might have missed before. We can also show our photos to someone who wasn't there and note their reactions to the image. If they don't connect with an image, it may rely too much on your personal experience rather than strong visual storytelling. So we must, as photographers, be willing to delete or archive images that don't stand on their own, no matter how much effort they took to capture. A strong image is about quality and not nostalgia. So we as photographers need to ask ourselves, if I saw this image without knowing the story behind it, would I still care? If the answer is no, then maybe it's time to move on. By overcoming photographers' bias, you can refine your images and making stronger editing decisions and create work that truly connects with your audience. By letting go of weaker images, that strengthens your best ones and allowing them to shine without distraction. So that's it for this video. I think we need to really try and let go of our weaker images, even if we have emotional connection to those images. But remember, we still need to have emotions in our images, and that is the hard part, where we need to separate our own feelings towards an image rather than having emotions in the image. So that's it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.